Hey Whovians, this is the Doctor Who review. So, first off, I figure I should have a better catchphrase than Hey Whovians, this is the Doctor Who review. So, if you have any suggestions, do what you always do and please put a comment down there. Thank you. So, now we're going to be talking about Series 5. So, allons-y. Whoops, my bad. I should have said Geronimo, the 11th Doctor's catchphrase. Now, this series is absolutely fabulous. I think it is on par or maybe slightly better, depending on your opinion, than the fourth series. And a thing that I think is really good about it is that clearly from series 4, they got a lot more funding because the episodes were phenomenal and everybody loved it. And so I think that was why the special effects just suddenly got so much better. Because it's Doctor Who. So they sucked before. And Series 4 managed to pull through even with the horrible special effects. Like, I'm not even going to mention that because. But they did it and it looked fabulous. And so I think in series 5 they got a lot more funding, and so that's why the special effects just got so much better, and I thought that was a really good improvement. Another thing I loved was the chemistry between the Doctor and Amy, because she was very spunky and cool, but also quite flawed. I mean, she's trying to decide between Rory and the Doctor, which I think sort of went on a bit too long. I think it was a bit too overplayed, but but I just get a bit frustrated with any romance plot that isn't Ten and Rose. But what I thought was really good about it was that they weren't trying to make it Ten and Amy, and so that was a big thing because the Doctor wasn't in love with Rose. This Doctor wasn't in love with Rose, and he's in love with River, which makes so much more sense. And with Amy just trying to decide, it was at the beginning it was a hard decision for her, but then as soon as she picked Rory, then it was consistently Rory, and so there were still jokes about it in the later episodes. But it's I thought it was good that they got that out of the way, so I thought that was really interesting. So this season took place just before Stephen Moffat and all the writers went crazy, and I think that they were on the brink of crazy, which I think is one of the things that made it really good, was because Doctor Who is insane. The show, I mean. The Doctor is insane too, but the show is insane, and I think when the writers were just about to go a bit too crazy in Series 6, they made this masterpiece, which had just enough crazy and just enough sane to make it really, really consistent, and I think that was what made Series 4 and 5 really, really good, and I think that's what I think the earlier episodes in series one, two, three, I think they were missing a bit of that insanity, and I think in series 6 and 7 they were missing the sanity. So that's another reason why I think these two season series were really good. Now I'm going to get more into the characters. I think that one thing that made Series 5 really stand out was the fact that the Doctor, he had less of the darkness in him that we saw so much with the 10th Doctor, but also he did have some of them, but he handled it like a child. And he was very self confident, and it was interesting to see the more childlike approach to the Doctor. And I thought that was a thing that was really, really cool about the fifth series. And also that Amy was so flawed but so great because she was spunky, and she was exciting and adventurous, and she was stubborn too, which was interesting. And it was good after Donna. It was really good to have another character that was as stubborn as that, because it seemed to work really well with the way the Doctor is always just deciding things. And so it's really good to have a person that's just, no, I'm gonna do this, and so it's good to have that sort of contrast between the two of them, and it really helps to have a bit more conflict between the companion and the doctor, because no relationship is ever really so simple. So I thought that was a really interesting thing about series 4 and 5, how they had such a stubborn character that was not afraid to say no to the doctor. Well, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I love this series so much, and it was a great storyline with the crack in the wall and everything, and how it followed her everywhere. That was really cool, and there were some really heartbreaking episodes. Um, for example, when I believe it was called Cold Blood, when Rory was taken into the crack, and it was just it was a really good series because they had a whole different variety of types of episodes, because they went back in time and they met Vincent van Gogh, and they went forward in time, and they stayed in the present, and it was so cool because they met a whole bunch of really cool aliens and really interesting storylines, and I thought it was just a phenomenal season. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this review. If not, or if so, please put a comment down there, and please hit the subscribe button. I forgot to tell you that before in all my videos before. Please subscribe. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for Series 6 review, and I will be getting more into the sanity element that I just skimmed today. So I hope you liked the video. Please tell me what you think always, and please hit that subscribe button. Thanks.